I love you guys. Yes, that is the energy. You know what? One thing I'm really bad at is being canceled. I am just not good at it. I am not good at it.
By the way, guys, if you like videos like this, please don't forget to hit the like button, hit subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Always, it's just a pleasure to make these videos for you guys. Remember, I'm taping behind the scenes, so that's why I'm adding that part in there. But yeah, Candace Owens was at Turning Point USA, and so we see that Candace already, the crowd is going wild, and they start off with Christ is King, because now when people see Candace, it's like that is the phrase that reminds people of not just reminds, it's just it sticks with Candace, because after everything, all the controversy that Candace endured because of the term Christ is King. Okay, now also not to mention she said I am not good at being canceled, and so we already know again who she's talking about. Unfortunately, the Daily Wire has placed a gag order on her, so she can't say everything, right? Like she can't say everything, but we already know the Daily Wire is trying to cancel Candace Owens, allegedly, in my opinion. Obviously, I have to use terms like that for liability purposes, but they have a bit of a history of doing this to people, and so this is what they're trying to do with Candace. And so, but Candace is still out there, and I do have to hand it to TPUSA for still allowing Candace on stage, because they're donors. I'm shocked that they're okay with that. So, you know, but there she was.
And here's the thing, I love it. I love the comebacks. I actually was just backstage and found out on #1 on Apple Podcasts after they tried. I mean, it's one thing to try to cancel Candace. It's another thing to try to cancel Jesus Christ. That was like unforced error. Well, let me tell you something, America. It does feel so good to go everywhere in the world and to realize that there's awakening, not just happening here. Let me tell you guys, it's happening all across the globe. People are starting to ask the hard questions. And you know, you start getting close when they start to call you names. They instantly want to suggest that there's something wrong and there's something backwards about being America first. You're starting to hear the way they're framing that now. When you say you're America first, they'll ask you, what do you mean you're America first? Do you mean that you're an isolationist? Do you believe that we shouldn't have did what we did during World War II? All of these things trying to pollute it. It's not that difficult. America first. First name America, last name first. We put this country's interests before the interests of foreign countries overseas. All of them. I don't care.
It's just that simple. I don't know how this became such a well, I know how, but for me to say I don't know how is like, you know, this is an absolute lie. I know exactly why that this is such a controversy, right? And yeah, autistic, it seems like TPUSA definitely had some special people in their audience, but so because they were hitting the Crisis King hard, and that's beautiful to hear. The thing is, you know, when it comes to this discussion, like both of these things seem to be a problem, especially like where she came from with Daily Wire again. When Ben Shapiro talks about, Matt Walsh should try to say, you don't have to say you're pro-Israel in order to be patriotic. And it's like he can't get the sentence out without Ben Shapiro going crazy. Like, no. Well, anyway, but why wouldn't you want to be like, whoa, it's okay to think of our problems first. Because I'm going to show you too, after this, a little clip of our problems, right? So we'll get back to a little bit more of the speech here.
And suddenly we're living in a country where we have presidential candidates that get on stage and they're not comfortable with that, right? We're seeing people get on stage left and right, and they're not comfortable with the idea of not mining taxpayer dollars and sending them overseas into some black budget so that the state can come back to us and say, we actually have no idea where all the billions went, but good luck feeding your family, right? They're not comfortable. They question you. I had to shut down Piers Morgan a couple of days ago as he was... And they always frame it, like I said, it's just a game of name calling, right? You're isolationist. What was his thing? Oh, well, if you don't support Zelensky, then it must mean you support Putin. You must be a Putin puppet if you don't want to send your billions of dollars, your billions of tax-paying dollars to a corrupted oligarch in Ukraine, because that's exactly what he is. They try to make it seem like there's something wrong with not wanting to fight endless wars.
And there you go. And she's right again. It's like, you know, the founders of this nation, they weren't all about getting involved with other people's business. Matter of fact, I think they spoke, about being isolationists, you know? I mean, that's what they wanted for the country. Like, you know, obviously, you know, you can help, right? But you can't put other countries before you. We have lost the plot when it comes to that. We've crossed the line of where it was, maybe it was helping. And believe me, I don't think that it ever really was helping. So now we're putting everybody else before us, and we are paying the price. The American citizen is tired. The American citizen is exhausted. And like, I'm not trying to paint something that's doom and gloom here, but they feel betrayed. And that is a problem.
For realizing, you wake up and you go, we're fighting all these wars and our borders are porous. We're defending Zelensky's borders and we can't defend our own. Are you kidding me? You're going to suggest that there is something wrong with the idea that we want to put our citizens first. And it would be one thing. It would be one thing if we sent our boys overseas and they came back and they were treated well. Look at the way they treat our veterans. Look at the way they treat our veterans. Look at the VA. It's a disaster. You mean to tell me that our veterans get one day and the LGBTQLM never-ending alphabet community gets an entire month?
This is just terrible. It's just really terrible. It's an embarrassment too, by the way. Like, the other countries in this world, they look at us like we're insane. What's happened to America? It is absolutely terrible. You know?
Really comprehend how disrespectful that is. Really comprehend what it really means when these journalists come at you and they ask you why you don't worship the LGBTQIA never-ending dyslexic agenda. That's why I'm getting dyslexia. With this alphabet soup community. Everybody's got a problem. Everybody has a feeling. I'm non-binary. I'm a fish today, you know. And I feel like you're not respecting my fish pronouns. And so we're going to need longer than a month. We're going to need an entire quarter to teach people these things. Really think about what it means when you have journalists up there that are lecturing us about pronouns and they don't think about the people that go over and they serve this country. They don't think about the people that fight for our freedoms every single day. It appears to me that they resent the American people. They resent the American people. And the answer to why that is because we understand that these are state actors.
Yep.
We understand that these journalists, of course, this dream that we were sold in school, you know, when I was majoring in journalism and learning that the New York Times is a trusted source. You actually learn this if you major in journalism. Like, how do you know if you're looking at real news? Well, if it's the New York Times, it's definitely true. That's what they teach you in school.
That's crazy. They teach you that in school. Well, it's like nursing school when they tell you the CDC is the end all and be all of, like, you know, guidance for medical guidance and everything. And then when you really do the stuff yourself and you start practicing, you know, nursing, and you're like, yeah, it seems like everything that's telling us is actually not what you want to do. Go figure.
If it's CNN, it's definitely true. That's actually what you learn as you are studying journalism in school. They want you to be programmed to do the bidding of the state. And when you go through that process and you recognize that these journalists are doing exactly that, they are protecting state interests. They are protecting the interests of a very small few at the expense of all of us.
And we can even leave it right there because I want to show you guys real quick a clip though of, well, let me put it like this here. I'll show you guys a clip too of what's going on in our country, and just the fact that how we are America last, and why, like, I can't pretend that it's anything else. I can't do this thing where I don't know how to find truth and then pretend like I didn't find it. and maybe that's a detriment at some. I don't think it is. So I don't. Because the truths that you find out, they don't make you somebody that people. They make you a target, which is what happened to Candace. Okay, that's what happened to somebody's out there popping firecrackers, and I'm just like, get down on the ground. No, and so like they make you a target, right? So anyway, let me just show you guys something that I saw on Twitter. Just thought it was the most horrible thing. But what's new? Hold on, I'll just bring it up because like it's just disrespectful at this point, guys. And I just want to give you I want to give you guys, a trigger warning, I guess, or whatever. But this is Philadelphia, right? And so let me just make sure. I really do hate firecrackers. I do. And especially when I'm trying to tape something, like, guys, like seriously, this is Philadelphia. And this is Ryan Forner. We do follow each other. Chair Students for Trump, Executive Director, Radical Alert. Okay. Okay, I got to turn off the music because I'm going to clip this and they're not dead, by the way. They're alive. Okay. They are alive. All right. They're not dead. Okay. I've seen this with my own eyes. This I don't live near this, but I've gone to work around this. This is when you pick people up and you bring them to a facility. They've effectively become a danger to themselves and others. Like this should not be happening in the streets, right? Kids have to go to school. They have to walk past this. This is a problem. This is not a third world country. This is America. In fact, Philadelphia is where the Constitution was signed. Gosh, I feel like, is it me or is it like my live is lagging or what? Because that's some really hating stuff. Okay, all right, bet. So it's resentment of America is the word, is replacement. So there's that, right? And then I put, because I quote tweeted this, and because Ryan says Philadelphia looks like a literal wasteland, Democratic run, of course. And me, I put, and I'm keeping it real. And these are the truths that make you not necessarily they don't make you a nice person, right? But you know that the mode, not the mode, but like the theme, for my channel is the inconvenient truth. And if you go back and you look at my channel, there's plenty of times where I'm telling Black people like, not everything is racism, this, that, and the third, all this stuff. So in this one, I said our elected officials are too busy answering to the Israel lobby instead of making America a priority. Elected officials are too busy writing legislation to control speech rather than dealing with American issues. Progressivism is Zionism. And those policies have aided Philadelphia in looking like this today. And it is the truth, okay? This is, why this is progressivism? Because they say you can't pick them up and bring them to jail or bring them to a facility because it infringes on their rights to do this, right? So that's progressing. This is some sort of like Marxist type progressing. This is progression. Or if you were to what is the word I'm looking for? Arrest these people, it might be racism, and we want to progress human rights. You have a right to live whatever makes you happy. These are human rights. No, this is not a human right to exist in life, to literally exist. This is a sin, right? This is a sin. And we don't have time for the watered down statements of people, of like Turning Point USA, shout out to them for having Candace Owens on because she is a controversial figure, right? But I'm sorry, I'm not here to I can't do the whole, hold on. Let me see if I can find it. We're doing this together. I just want you guys to see this hat. Where is that? A damn hat. I can't find it. I have to go on Jack Posobiec's. This sucks. There we go. Is this it? At Turning Point USA, they came out. Yep, here we go. This is them. I don't play music on the thing. They came out. Here we go. They got pink white boy summer flags. All right. White Boy Summer. Oh my gosh, so cool. Then we have the pink White Boy Summer hats. White Boy Summer. This is so cool. Turning Point USA, so cool, right? Like, no, absolutely, it's not cool. Because, like, you know what? Whatever. They have an organization. God bless them. Maybe they're trying to do something with it. Me, I need something that can talk about America first the appropriate way.